So what's up, everybody? It's me, True Star Screamer. And today we're gonna look at the what? Oh, I'm sorry, hon. What? Oh, thanks. Ooh. Never mind. Today we are looking at the Samurai Force Autumn series figure from Rage Toys. Sorry, Todd. We'll talk. We'll deal with you later. So as you guys know, I did get Spring review up there, and I really liked Spring, to the point that I actually kind of liked Spring as the Samurai Turtle versus the Leonardo version. I've been seeing some reviews for this guy, and now it almost makes me want to switch around, but we'll see. But we've got here, they've now changed from Fury Toys to Rage Toys. I got a feeling there was probably a thing with the whole Fury Planet thing. Call it a hunch. But again, this is a little guy, nice little box. Nothing too much on the back. Got a whole little origin thing. Feel free to pause this if you want to read this, though the orange on yellow text doesn't make it that easy. But this, they talk about in this thing the resurgence of the Demon Dog Emperor, so I'm hoping that'll be their shredder. Nothing on the sides. Okay, enough about that. Let's talk about the figure. So everything comes in the tray here. We've got Autumn here. We have his flintlock pistol, his hands and stuff, and I really can't wait to get my hands on all this. But I noticed this. This was tucked into the back of it, which is essentially the Donatello head and bow, as well as some of the sci-fi gear. So they're a little more brazen this time. Before with Spring it was packaged as a little gift kit. They do have that. They do also have the Master, which I also did get. So I've got they're not Splinter. I need to get the baby turtles. I did not order those, but I did find it interesting they went ahead and put the Donatello packaged with it. So hopefully Playmates is just, well, playing nice. So here we've got Autumn out of the package. This is one of those figures I had to take some time. I actually recorded a review, looked at it, deleted it, and yeah, had to redo this one. Because those my initial thoughts, and then I guess you could say it kind of grew on me. So, Autumn is an interesting bag, because while I like him, I don't like him as much as Autumn, and that will make sense in a little bit. Much like Spring, we've got just the single joints on the arms, double joints on the legs. I do have him geared up. It had to do a little bit of messing around to kind of figure out how everything was done right. I have one major complaint of how he came out of the package, and I did have to correct it, and that will be involving this hand, which, again, foreshadowing. His detailing, though, is immaculate. 100%. From the rivets on the feet, to the dry brushing on the, to the wash on the shelf, wash on the shell, to the dry brushing on all the small pieces. It's absolutely beautiful. Now, I don't say concern, but because, without any true lore to this, I don't know if these guys are supposed to be in feudal times, or if they're just samurais in modern time, kind of like how ninjas in a modern time. And the reason for that, I mean, he's got the computer on him, and he's got still all these electronics, which of course makes sense when we put on the alternate stuff. But at the same time, he still has this flintlock rifle, which doesn't make sense. And also some of the paint's already starting to chip. Yay, I just noticed that. But he's got this flintlock rifle. I don't get why, but he's got it. Why wouldn't they give him a more modern one? I guess traditional samurai firearm. So, as mentioned before, he's got the rifle. He also has these grenades, which are really nice. Again, very well detailed. I switched out his hands. We'll go through the hands in a second, but this does hold the grenade quite well. In fact, we'll go ahead and talk about the hands. He comes up with default with two of these. I've got the other one, yeah, with 2 of these guys, which doesn't do too much for this gear, but it works for the other stuff, which we'll get to. He's got the 2 of these hands, which hold the grenades quite well. Also has 2 open splayed hands, which I also like. And he also has this, which is to hold the rifle. Now when I got this, I couldn't put the rifle into it. I actually had to take a razor blade and open up this thumb and forefinger. It just, no matter what I did, I could not get the rifle into it. After I cut that, this does fit in. I'll do it right here in front of y'all. 1, 2, 3. What you gonna be? And it fits in just nice and snug. But you can even see with it, with the gun butt in there, it is separated a little, so it needed to be opened up. That shouldn't have come from the factory like that, or they should have repositioned the hand. I hope I wasn't missing something, because that was the only way I could get that in there. Go ahead and take that out. Articulation. Can straighten out the arm. Fine, there is no butterfly joint. Mentioned before, a double jointed knee, which is pinned. This is pinless. This is all really, the detailing is really nice, but because of the detailing, I can't have him kick out to 90 degrees. So I guess for a samurai that's fine, but no, he cannot hit too many of the crazy ninja moves. Not much of an ab crunch at all, though I can twist on the shell point here, but again, can't really bend much. And that's kind of the thing, because it is supposed to be a Ninja Turtle, and I can't have him, well, ninja out. When I put the gun in here, give me 1 second here. So with the rifle, I've got the one hand that's supposed to, for the trigger hand, but this is a slight pet peeve. I really can't have him do too many holding. I can have him holding it in a ready position, but I really can't get him in a proper sniping pose. I mean, I can kind of finagle it a little, get the arm down, bend the elbow in, get it in, but since there's not much of a wrist joint in here, I can't pull it up to have him look down the sights. I can have it make it look like he's shooting from the hip, which was cool, but he's not going to be doing too much sharpshooting. In that case, then I think I would have preferred this being something like a Winchester rifle, where you can or a shotgun, to be honest. The hood is removable, as is the scarf, so this is kind of cool. It's kind of like a reversed version of the traditional Donatello mask, where just the eyes are now shown, but the face is now covered over from the head and nose. I did not get the alternate headset, which I kind of want to get now, because it also has more stuff for spring, and it has the baby turtles. But this looks okay, but it definitely looks better when I have the muffler and the hood on. Finally, here he is next to Spring with his Spring stuff on. I did keep the Leonardo swords on there, and I think they do look very good together as their samurais. But as we all know, this guy is not supposed to be, in our true hearts, we know this is not supposed to be a samurai. So let's show you his other form. I know I mentioned that the rifle just kind of fits loosely in here, but this is a removable peg. One last addendum on there. Now, as Donatello, I like him a lot more. It's funny because with Spring, I kind of preferred him as the samurai, and the turtle was kind of neat, and I didn't know which way to put him on, so I've been displaying him as the samurai. I'm really preferring this. Everything just looks a little more natural. He does have... It's kind of neat because we have that port where the rifle plug was supposed to go into. He gets a satellite dish that goes in there. That just slides right in. He also gets this neat robotic arm which is double jointed and pivots. This is a little stiff, so you want to be gentle with this, but everything does move. It's pretty neat. It actually reminds me a lot, if you're a Mortal Kombat fan, like when Cyrax throws somebody, he has that little arm that comes out of his backpack. That's kind of like how this is. And of course with this, like the computer gear and all, it just looks so much better on him, and it looks much more proper. With the bow, he does have a blade on here, and I guess I could have also used this as like a Naginata for when he's more of the autumn form. Put the rifle in there and just have the Naginata in there, because this does have that same crest that the samurais have, but I also think that looks really good for Donatello. This is my other slight problem. This does not slide in as well as I'd like it to, and I'm afraid for paint rubbing. I mean, it can work its way in, but it's really, really tight, and I don't want to tear that soft plastic. Will say it does go very smooth. Yeah, pop the hand out there. It goes pretty smooth into here. And this looks really good. This looks very good. Like I said, as the samurai, it's okay. As Donatello, this looks really, really nice. All this, the purples and everything just flows really nice. I think it's the tech. That's what throws off the samurai form, but pulls all this together. With the goggles, the robotics on here. It just looks more proper. Yeah. They look really good together. They do. It's funny because, again, I like this better on him, and you know that bonus pack I was talking about does have a Kabuto helmet for him. Also has some better facial expressions for both these guys. I think I am now going to be displaying them as the turtles as opposed to the samurais. The more I look at this, so when it's all said and done, I mean, I do like Autumn. I do prefer him though as Donatello than as Autumn. It's weird. While I'd prefer the other one more as Spring. It's a great figure, especially for the price. I did get mine at 5K Toys, and again, it's a wonderful high-end style turtle that's stylized. It's not married to any particular fiction, but it's definitely, you know who it is type of scenario. I am absolutely going to be getting the announced summer. I'm in for all 4 turtles because I really cannot wait for their Raphael. But keep in mind for what you're getting. Again, these are definitely smaller figures. Here he is next to a 6-inch Marvel Legend. So, but they're very well in scale with said 6-inch Marvel Legend. The articulation could definitely be better, especially for ninjas. But you got to admit they look good together. So, again, if this is your thing, if you liked him, you'll like him. And that's pretty much the long and short of it all. I do have the Master, aka not Splinter, here as well. I will probably be ordering the alternate faces with the baby turtles. And I still got, as always I said, let me know your thoughts down below. Tell me what you think. I mean, I do like the fact that they're not clones of each other. They're not using the same bodies. So there's absolutely some great merits. The sculpt is gorgeous. The paint is beautiful. And again, they look fantastic in the display case. But let me know your thoughts. You know, that's what the comment section is down there. Give us this video a like. Hit that subscribe button if you're new here. I got so much more stuff coming. But most importantly, as always, until next time, take care. Peace.